at this stage of your life as a person, what does Ravana even mean to you?
Ravana means to me whatever he meant in the Ramayana, original Ramayana itself. No, Ravana is another way of looking at Ravana is he is the senses.
Okay, let's talk about this.
He is about, as I said, he is about the passion. He is an antithesis of whatever they say to avoid. So in my Asura book, I have elaborated that. So that is like Ravan says, I will get angry. He's asked to control anger. He's asked to control kama, that is passion. He's asked lust. He says, why should I do that? These are all God-given or nature-given faculties for human beings. If I don't get angry at the things that has to be got angry, then I can't be called human. You do something to the people I love, I'll be angry and I'll do to protect them. Any species in the world will do that. I am that. So I am a force of nature. You are asking for impossible things. You are saying that you should not have desire. Like the 6 evil, Hinduism talks about it, Jainism talks about it, Sikhism talks about it, Sikhism talks about more number of evil also. Buddha talks about that, Bible talks about that. But Ravana gives a counter philosophy to it. Why do you are talking, means the 6 traits which you will have to avoid, like kama, krodha, all those things. No, he says that when you have to feel angry, you have to feel angry. When you have to feel lust, without lust, there is no life. Kama is the life force. Because there is lust that you and I are born. Every animal is born because of lust. There are other creatures, at least Ravana may not have known about it. Science says there are asexual reproduction. That's a separate part. But majority of the life, at least, what can be seen, not about bacteria and other things, is sexual reproduction. So without lust, there is no life. So Ravana is asserting all these things. Ravana's characterization itself is that. Lust is important. Ravana's fall also is going beyond what is required. He takes it to the extreme and that is why it is his fault. But he gives one most important aspect of life, that you can't live as a complete human being or a living being by purging all these. Whatever gurus say, even Buddha say or God say, it is an impossible thing. It gets proven in the Puranas again and again. Even gods are not able to control the lust. Even rishis are not able to control the lust. That they sit on meditation, sages, for thousands of years. If you go by the story, they stand on one feet, hang upside down, pray to God, and suddenly one Apsara comes and they lose their control. You and I don't lose control like that, right? They lose the control to Menaka, to other things. Or these say, so what is the use of, I think inherently they are weak beings. That is why even after 1,000 years of practice, they are not able to control their mind, which we are able to control as normal human beings, because they are trying to do something extreme. Similarly, they curse people. So what is there? You are talking about don't get angry. We have more self-control than many of the rishis if you read. So what are they trying to say? It is impossible to control this, right? You can only attempt to control it. Ravana rejects this philosophy at all. He says that if I am angry, I will angry. If I want something, I will grab it. I will pay the price. It doesn't matter. So Ravana represents the nature at its uncontrolled, unbridled passion and nature. For me, it is that. It is a natural force.
Which is supposed to die?
It will have, once it moves, a storm will have to end one day, no? And again it will rise.
What does Ram represent then?
Ram represents perhaps a failed attempt of trying to control all these things.
A failed attempt?
I will call that.
Okay.
Or a continuing attempt. I won't call it failed. Failed will be very hard. It's an effort. And talking to I'm not talking as God, or don't get offended. I'm talking about the God. I'm telling it is a human. These are two aspects of human beings. Well, let us take it like that.
One is where you've given up on living a correct life, and one is where you're constantly trying to live a correct life.
You are again going by the concept of what is correct or what is not correct. I am saying there is nothing called correct or not incorrect. Ravana's thing, and let me try to make it more simpler. Ravana's thing is that he will not try to control. What nature gives, I will utilize it to the best. I will gather maximum knowledge. I will gather maximum wealth. I will gather. It is a limitless love for life.
Hmm.
It also is dangerous after some time. No, there is nothing like Buddha talks about middle path.
Yep.
Rama goes to the other extreme, and both of them suffer if you really see.
Hmm.
Rama denies everything. Don't look at him as a god, and you should not criticize him. In Indian thing, they ask you to criticize each and everything. Even Krishna asked him to criticize himself.
Hmm.
Buddha used to make it a point that he is criticized
Hmm.
in his discourses. He used to encourage. So this is our culture. So we have to criticize gods and gods or sages or other things which is encouraged in our... The entire Upanishads and other things are about debate. Every point is debated from all sides. So there is nothing like you criticize blasphemy and you are burned at stake. No. So when you objectively analyze, Ram is one extreme, Ravana is another extreme.
Hmm.
Either of them is not working properly.